Hey, Wemberg World Entertainment, it's another day and it's another rumour regarding Superman, this time about a potential piece of the plot that's said to be in this movie, that it's Superman's new kryptonite. And if this is true, holy hell, number one, does it show how thin-skinned James Gunn actually is, and number two, what their actual feelings towards fans are. Now, let's take this with a massive grain of salt for a couple of reasons, not just because of who it comes from, you've guessed it, it comes from My Time to Shine, but for the fact that we've heard people like Chris Gore, who has spoken to people who have actually seen this movie. One of them apparently really liked it, and the other one thinks it's a mess. None of them have mentioned anything, at least I haven't seen Chris Gore mention anything that these people relayed about this part of the movie. And he's spoken about quite a lot, so it's interesting that this type of part wouldn't have gotten brought up. But let's have a look at it anyway. So it says, James Gunn's revenge on the internet. A bizarre and rumoured plot for James Gunn's Superman has surfaced online, which claims the Man of Steel gets dragged into the world of cancel culture. In the leak, it's claimed that James Gunn sets up Superman to be battered by social media hate, which apparently makes the Man of Steel feel sad. No, we're not joking. It's further claimed that James Gunn uses a #supershit hashtag in the movie, which trends and damages Superman's image. But the real twist? Lex Luthor is behind it all, using an army of mutant monkeys at keyboards to flood and troll the internet and tear Superman down. Now, before we go on, just even hearing that, you gotta be like, wait, what? Mutant monkeys typing on social media to tear down Superman, to put out trolling campaigns, basically. Again, it just shows you how thin-skinned Hollywood has become regarding this crap. But it says anyway, the rumour comes via the My Time to Shine Hello account. Worth to mention is that Gunn has shot down some of the account's previous claims. But this is what he wrote, and it sounds even worse when you hear it the way he says it in this, saying, in the movie, Superman is frustrated by social media backlash, with the hashtag #supershit being mentioned several times as really getting under his skin. Meanwhile, in Lex's interdimensional world, hundreds of mutant monkeys are shown typing furiously at keyboards, flooding social media with the hate against Superman. So that's what he wrote on his Twitter. And then this just says, as of Monday morning, James Gunn hasn't shut down the rumour on trades. He's been much less active on social media regarding responding to fans. But Gunn did shoot down the recent speculation that Garrett Dillahunt is really playing the DCU's Green Arrow. So they're saying all this, he normally shoots this type of stuff down. He hasn't done so yet. Means nothing, to be honest with you. It really does mean nothing that he hasn't shot it down or that he would. The thing again is, if this is one of these key plot points of there's this social media backlash to Superman, and you find out Lex Luthor is behind it from his interdimensional world, which is where apparently he sends prisoners and ex-girlfriends for reasons best known to himself, and that it's being done by monkeys, mutant monkeys. You think the people who would have seen the movie, that have been out there speaking now about seeing it and what they're saying, would have said this, and they haven't. We're literally hearing this from My Time to Shine. That's it. And yet someone like Chris Gore has spoken to two people who have seen the movie and never mentioned, oh yeah, by the way, there's this big hate campaign being put into the movie regarding online troll campaigns to harass Superman. So, is this rumor true? I don't know. I'm going to lean towards no, but at the same time, it very well could be. But I just think it's interesting that people who are talking about it like that have seen the movie have not said anything about this type of plot line, and yet My Time to Shine has come out to say this is a part of the plot line, and they're trying to push it towards that's where we see the people kind of turning on him in the trailer, the teaser trailer that we got back in December or something. The only thing we've really seen of this movie so far, because for some reason they seem to be terrified to release the full trailer, but when they're throwing the cans at them and stuff, that seems to be them trying to say, oh, this comes from this hate campaign and this hashtag of super shit and stuff like that. Except it seems more in line with their turning on him in this particular case, because this is after the kaiju incident, which apparently destroys half the city. So we'll actually have to wait and see. Who knows, this main trailer could come out and we see something that actually lends credence to this plotline. But if it's true, again, what a terrible, terrible idea. Either way, we don't know. Take it with a massive grain of salt, because again, people who've seen the movie haven't seemed to have come out and said anything about this plot line, and it comes from My Time to Shine, so you know, that's hit or miss, and it's usually miss. So again, grain of salt. Well, massive grain of salt. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.